friends and supporters which are sitting below, a lot of movers and shakers in this animal welfare movement. I'm delighted, and of course, members of the Blue Cross who are sitting there at the back and are the backbone of this shelter. I'm delighted to be here on the 60th anniversary of the Blue Cross. The Blue Cross, as far as I can remember, I'm not talking about 2,500 years ago. I'm talking about post-independent India. Blue Cross was the first shelter in India. We have always had Gaushalas, always. But Blue Cross was the first shelter to be set up for all animals. And so it became a benchmark, history for all. I set up the second one, but many, many years later. It took, 30 years? No, I set up mine in 80 when my husband died. After his name, the Sanjay Gandhi Animal Care Center. But that was 20 years after the Blue Cross was set up by Chinese parents, and then ably carried on, expanded to become an integral part of Tamil Nadu and Tamil Nadu's history. When I had just got married, I remember I was fortunate enough to meet Rukmini Devi. Rukmini Devi came to Delhi to meet my mother-in-law. And then she said that I'm looking for successors. And this is the problem now. We start shelters, we run them. Running a shelter is the most difficult thing on earth. When Chinese parents started it and when Chini ran it, there was no money at all. There were no donations, there was nothing. It was regarded as something that looking after animals was something that weak people did, completely crazy people did, and mainly women. It was not regarded as important at all. Now when I look at all of you and I see that so many important people are sitting here of both sexes, I am truly glad that we've been able to change this landscape. Sitting here below, we have Subhalchandji, who has been our support for many years and has been a friend of Chini's. And he gave us our first shelter in Chennai after Chini's, in Red Hills, and now somewhere else. I don't know the name of the place, but it was in Red Hills for a very long time. And now it's an 18-acre shelter. Unfortunately, it needs to be reclaimed. But I remember that he was the first person in India to get a school to stop using leather. And last week, the government of Goa banned leather in schools across Goa. And I was thinking of you then for having started this exercise, I think 25 years ago. That's right.
Good evening, everyone. It's my privilege to be here today to celebrate a truly remarkable milestone, the release of the book Milestones and Memories, 60 Years of the Blue Cross of India, authored by Mr. Sriram and Lashman. This book is not just a chronicle of achievements, it's a tribute to 6 decades of tireless efforts, unwavering commitment, and transformative work in the field of animal welfare. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the esteemed presence of Mrs. Maneka Sanjay Gandhi, ma'am, a truly stalwart and pioneer in the field of animal rights and environmental advocacy. Madam, your dedication to the cause of animal welfare has inspired countless individuals and organizations, and it's an honor to have you here with us today. The Blue Cross of India has been a shining beacon of hope for animals, pioneering the life-changing initiatives like APC program and advocating for the humane treatment of all living beings. Their work has not only saved lives, but also raised awareness about the importance of compassion and coexistence in society. My heartfelt congratulations go to Hon'ble Justice Prakash sir, and for releasing this commemorative book, and to Mr. A. Somayaji sir for receiving the first copy. Your presence here underscores the significance of this milestone and reinforces the importance of the Blue Cross of India's mission. This remarkable journey of 60 years would not have been possible without the dedication of countless volunteers, professionals, and supporters who have given their time and energy selflessly. As Nodal Officer of Animal Welfare from Tamil Nadu Police, I want to reaffirm our commitment towards supporting this organization like Blue Cross of India. We stand ready to enforce animal welfare laws, raise awareness, and collaborate to create a society where humans and animals live together in harmony and dignity. Let this book be a celebration of the past and an inspiration for the future. May it remind us of our collective responsibility to care for and protect all living beings. Congratulations to Dr. Chinni Krishna sir, the co-founder, who is backbone of this organization, Nandita madam, Mr. Shanti Shankar, Honorary Director, Mr. Satya Radhakrishnan sir, Honorable Secretary, Blue Cross, and everyone involved in this monumental effort. And thank you, Blue Cross of India, for making a difference every single day. Thank you.
Mr. Ram Lakshman, I really do not know whether it is sheer coincidence or God's will that Ram and Lakshman should join together to write about the history of Blue Cross at the instance of Krishna, Chinni Krishna. Dr. Chinni Krishna and Dr. Nandita, I look at them as one indivisible soul in two bodies. Ardhanarishwara they are. Ladies and gentlemen, Blue Cross is celebrating its 60th birthday. In this part of country, they say Sashiyapta Bhurti, they say, in our part of the country. It's Sashi Bhurti actually. Because Hindu calendar has 60 years, so the 60th birthday is really celebrated presto. Those who are younger will come and take the blessings. Those who are older will come and visit and bless the organization. Mrs. Maneka Gandhi expressed a certain anguish. She said, what would happen after Mr. Sundaram Chinni Krishna is doing? What would happen after that? Ms. Gandhi, I'll tell you, you don't have to worry at all. Two analogies I will give you. The American Constitution and the Indian Constitution. These two constitutions have survived this long because of the intent and purity of the founders of this constitution. Pakistan lost its constitution, Sri Lanka lost its constitution, Bangladesh lost its constitution. We are still having a constitution because of the purity and intent of those who framed the constitution. Juxtapose this to here. We extrapolate. The purity of Captain Sundaram, Usha Sundaram, all the founders of Blue Cross will definitely see to it that this organization outlives all of us. It just outlives all of us. My association with Blue Cross goes 30 years back when I was a lawyer. My eldest sister, Mrs. Prema Veeraraghavan, was a teacher, was a biology teacher in their school at Adyar. She came home one day and told me, my student Arundhati is refusing to perform dissection in the school. She simply says that I don't mind losing 5 marks. Look at the small kids' commitment. She says, I don't mind losing 5 marks, but I will not do dissection, that girl said. So this matter came to me, and I eventually went to Dr. Chinni Krishna, and that is how I got introduced to Dr. Chinni Krishna, and through him the matter went to Ms. Maneka Gandhi, and all the reference you will find in Sriram's book. And they brought out Kampu frogs, Kampu cats, all these things were brought out. Since then, it has been a long association with AWBI and Blue Cross, and animal cases which I used to do. The almanac I used to have was, those days, the book written by Anil Panjwani and Maneka Gandhi. I don't know, the book is still in circulation. It's out of print, the big one. So we used to use that as our thing. That is how it all started. Now, one thing I'll tell you, that as far as these animal issues are concerned, we can be just assured that there will always be people who carry this baton. Coming to this book which I released now, you may be wondering that Sriram would have started off by saying about the birth of Blue Cross. No, that is not Sriram. Anything to do with Sriram, you'll have to go to the geography of Chennai and trace how Chennai evolved and who were the servants and saints. He begins with Ramalinga Adigalar, who said that Vadiya Paire, Kandapodellam Vadine, and with that Chennai geography has given birth to Blue Cross is what his ultimate thing. But Sriram, you forgot that one person. Blue Cross is very near to Mylapore, where Thiruvallur living. And the Thiruvallur said that Kollan, Pulalai Maruttane, Kaikupi, Ella Ulagum Tolum. Kollan, Pulalai Maruttane, Kaikupi, Ella Ulagum, all the words will just worship. So I think the next edition, the 100th year edition, we both are going to be alive and we'll include it, Sriram. So this book is not a biography or something, please. Sriram knows that reading habits have come down so low these days that he has not bothered with all the data in words. On the contrary, the book is replete with anecdotes and beautiful pictures. If ever I would just say that you keep this book in your drawing room. Whenever you are in a state of depression or in a state of thing, take any page and you'll find your mood will come back, because that is the power of this book. See, that picture in page number 62, it is just before my mind's eye. One beggar sleeping in the street with 4 dogs around them. My God, it's something fantastic. That one picture is enough to, it is both ways it would work, Sriram. So I would say that this book is something which everyone should have in your drawing room and should consult it off and on. Ultimately, with the words of Krishna to Arjuna, he says, Krishna tells Arjuna, Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarvabhuta Shayastitaha. I am Atma. I stay in everyone's heart. Ishvara Sarvabhutana Hridaya Sherjuna Tishtati. I am Ishvara living in all the hearts. Ultimately, he will say, Vidyavane Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Swapakecha Panditaha Samadarshanaha. What Krishna says is, a Pandita is a person who is able to see a Brahmin, an elephant, a dog, and all creatures on the same footing, on the same thing. He is the true Pandita. I'm sure all of us are here are true Panditas, and then there is Blue Cross and all these organizations to be safe in the future generation. And the challenges they faced is something that has been narrated here. The first challenge they faced was somebody saying, why should it be Blue Cross? Why not it be Blue Trident? Why not it be Blue Spear? Blue Cross means one particular religion. Are you propagating the faith of that religion? Captain Sundaram and Risha Sundaram quietly listened to all this calumny and hate mails and just proceeded on and on and on. It didn't stop even now. Dr. Chinni Krishna still faces all this calumny from now and then. They spread a lot of canard about Blue Cross, because that itself shows, Dr. Krishna, when you have